Hello, it's another episode of our never-ending fight against the Necrons here in Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. This time on the Nintendo Switch. And what's very special, my guests becoming more and more exciting from the studio that brought us this game, from Bulwark Studios. Jeremy, welcome to the stream. Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
fine, and you? Nice old treat.
Yes, I'm always trying to make it a little bit more exciting in an optical way. And today I do not have all the lights in the studio active because it should be a little bit more moody, a little bit darker, contrasty for that
Yes,
game.
it's Underwell.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that it worked. Last week I asked Christian from Casido if he maybe has the time, and he said no. Next week is not so well, and then I had the idea of maybe asking Bulwark Studios. And the funny thing is, a couple streams ago, I think it was Space Based Utopia, you were in the chat.
Yeah, I saw a notification saying Calypso is streaming Startopia, and
Okay.
I was curious about the game,
Yeah.
and I just came by and say hello.
That was really nice because I'm a big fan of Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, and then someone was writing, so hey, greetings from Bulwark Studios. That was really nice, and so I got the contact from Christian. You answered, and
Yeah.
cool that it worked, although it was a little short term. Warhammer Mechanicus, it's in a sale on Steam, for example. You will get a 15% discount for the complete collection, which is pretty nice. There's, for example, the Heretic DLC included, and you will also have the possibility to get a special discount on the Nintendo Switch. 15 euros 99 cent, and you will get everything, so including the Heretic DLC, the art book, the soundtrack. Yeah, and then you have a very, very exciting time. uh, what is the play time you have around, Jeremy?
I can stay 1 hour or 2 hour. I did not have something special to do this evening.
Okay. No,
The playtime of the
the
game.
game time in the game, yeah.
Yeah, uh, I didn't finish the game on my side, but I I played it, tested it, and just uh, I just know everything about the game
Yeah.
because when I have to try a boss, a fight, I just click on yes, do this
Ah,
battle
yes.
and test it.
I know what you mean. Yes, that's what some people are doing with our next title, Disciples Liberation, as well. I saw them. Okay, no, we want to test some different things and don't want to go into battles. Um, yeah, but I think there is a lot to do, a lot of characters. And what exactly was your part on Warhammer Mechanicus?
So I worked on the game design part. Game design is like creating the rules, creating the weapon, what the enemy are doing, how the player will play the game, and I'm also the developer of the game, so I write some codes to make that rules live in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the the AI, the combat,
Yeah.
the meta game of the game, like you were customized your characters.
Mm-hmm.
I did many things on the game. Speaking of programming,
Great. So the game is available on PC, on the Xbox One consoles, the PlayStation 4, a Nintendo Switch, as well as on tablets, on Android and iOS devices. So there is no excuse, I think, not to play this game.
yeah, you can add also Mac and Linux.
Oh yes, definitely. That's very interesting as well, because a lot of Mac or especially Linux users always complaining that they do not have enough games to play. So this game
Yeah.
also runs on that platforms. What was the so sometimes ports like a Nintendo Switch port are done by different studios, but you did all the ports by yourself. Is that right?
We work with another studios in Angoulême. Bulwark Studio is from Angoulême,
Ah.
and we work with another studio to make the Switch port. But I participated in this port because porting a game on Switch needs to know the game very well. And as I was the main developer of this game, I worked with them to make the game working on this platform.
So I talked to some people from Realm Forge, a studio that developed Space-Based Utopia, for example, and I talked to them about the Nintendo Switch port for this game and what is the most difficult thing on such a port, and they said, "Oh, you have to, because the Nintendo Switch is not the most powerful console. You have to go into some compromises design wise. In this case, for example, with Warhammer Mechanicus, I couldn't find that much of compromises as a gamer.
Oh,
There was not that. Yeah. So from the fun factor, so I played it on the Xbox One, on PC, Nintendo Switch, as well as on the iPad, and overall the experience was quite the same. Me personally, I was very surprised about that, because I liked the tablet version the most, although I'm not a mobile gamer.
yeah. For me, it's a huge compliment to hear because it means that the port is well made.
Yeah.
But there are many differences, some invisible and some visible. There there were many optimizations on Switch during the battle. The environments of the battle
Mm-hmm.
are downscaled, are very downscale.
Yeah.
Textures also are downscale.
Yeah.
But the control are the same. We made the game on PC with the gamepad support, so we just have to port the gamepad on PC to Switch. It's not
Mm-hmm.
the hardest part, but we worked on the graphical part a lot, like a
Yeah.
lot, because when we released the Mechanicus on PC, we didn't did many optimization,
Mm-hmm.
so we have to optimize everything we can.
Yeah, and that really worked for me, especially the touch control on the iPad, because I think this game is, yeah, maybe made for this, because you can just tap on your character, tap on that spot where he should go, tap on your weapons. Before you told me that it was not very easy to transport it to a touchscreen device, but as I said, that as a gamer, I didn't feel that it was a problem because it worked so natively, you know.
Yeah, I had to think about the UI, especially on a touchscreen, because we don't have a good precision when we touch a screen. So we had to make button bigger. So when you upscale things, there is not enough space to place other things near these elements. So I had to rethink many of the UI, especially on the ship. We will see that in the let's play after. So I have to rethink many UI to work well with the touch.
Yeah, and especially the aspect ratio is different on the iPad, for example. That's what I realized. Okay, cool. So you guys out there, you can ask Jeremy all the questions you have. So when we have a developer here, that's always good content, because I can find a lot of streams where you can get in touch. Okay, I will switch to the gaming part, and I'm in the middle of a fight because this is my own safe game. And let's see, I haven't played it for a longer time now, but let's see if I can make it. Yeah, I have here some cannon fodder guy. You can see it can turn around. Everything runs very smooth, so I had no issues with lags or anything. It just runs smooth, and that on the Nintendo Switch. That's pretty good.
In this scene, there is literally no dynamic light on the Switch version. All the lights are pre-generated and just applied on the texture.
Okay.
So that's an optimization we made.
Yeah, but it looks very vibrant. So as I mentioned, so for sure there are a difference between the PC version and the Nintendo Switch version, for sure, but I think it's the whole mechanics, the fun, and yeah, definitely the look. And you have to show me other games, other third-party games on the Nintendo Switch that look much better than this. Okay, I hit this guy with my cannon fodder guy, so now I have to end the turn with him. I cannot do anything, so let's see which weapons do I have. Oh, and need some cognition points. That would be very good. Are you in the lore of Warhammer 40k? Do you know a lot about it?
On the project, I just heard about Warhammer 40k. Personally, it's not my kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it was a really good IP to work on, because there is many things in Warhammer, like many race, many stories to we can take and tell to the player. So it was a really nice experience to work with Warhammer.
Yeah, especially I think with such a great, with such a huge IP, there is always a lot of pressure. I think, because there are so many fans that can be mean, but this game got some really good critics. So
yeah, we worked with Ben Kunter. It's a person who worked with Games Workshop, and
yeah.
he wrote many books about Warhammer. So he know what he's telling,
Yeah.
and that's why the character are deep, and the story has to tell something. Don't know the word, but coherent.
I know, yeah. Yeah. Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I streamed that game with one of our former. Oh, he's not. He has not that much of energy left. I streamed it with one of our former interns here, and he is a huge Warhammer 40k fan. So that really helped playing this game, and he could tell us a lot about the lore, and he told me if I'm really interested in getting in touch with the Warhammer 40k universe, which audiobooks I should listen to. That was really helpful. Yeah, because it's such a large universe. So now I have to.
Yes, and we use the game design to how do you say that? Yes, we use the game design to fit the races, like the tech priest are the main characters, and you can summon like minions, like you did with the servitors. Servitors are like cannon
fodder. Yeah.
So this there have the right role in this game, and there are many little things that remain the player, the lore.
Yeah.
Like the tech priest has to get points. It's like the Mechanicus has to research things to gain knowledge.
That's right. Yeah.
There are like many metaphors to link it to the game design.
Cool.
Like for example, we don't know the life point of the Necron.
Yeah.
Because we don't know many things about the Necron. Yeah, it's not a big thing, but it's here.
Yes, it gets that tabletop character into that game, and this is what I really like. So you don't. So back in the days, I played some not very large tabletop games, some more mainstream tabletop games, and one of them was the leader who knew everything about the dungeons, and we were in there intruders, and we first had to join a room. There was only one door on that board, and we had to join the room, and then he put in the furnitures, the creatures, and all that stuff. That was really funny, and that reminds me a little bit about that you really don't know what's coming next in the next room, and you have to decide a few things. I think that's a very good part of that of the mechanic.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the development, the player could explore a dungeon in 3D like you are in battle, but there were the full dungeon in 3D.
Oh.
But there were many problems to solve, so we cut that feature to focus on one arena is one battle.
Yes, I understand.
Yes, but before that, you could work on several PCs rooms
Yeah,
and have battle or not, or just loot something.
I understand. Yeah. No, but I must say I'm not missing anything here. That was a very good decision, I think. So we have a cannon fodder in our way, but that's okay. I first have to get back into that game. It's not very easy. It's challenging, and I have to be honest. When we did our first stream here, we said, yeah, we will do a Warhammer 40k Mechanicus stream. And I said, okay, I have to play that game first. I started playing it, and I was like, oh my god, again, they kicked my butt. Oh no. And and I think it was my fourth or my fifth fight where I succeed, and it was so rewarding. And I said, okay, now I'm getting closer and closer, and it's really good. It has to be challenging, and it fits to this um, to this atmosphere, to this design. Um, but it's not unfair. I think it's very well balanced. I was in a fight. There was one of the big guys involved, and they defeated me a couple of times. And I thought, okay, maybe I'm too weak. This is not possible to win this fight. But then the third try, I, I beat them. And then I say, yes, it's possible. Just think a little bit what you're doing next and how to use your gadgets, and then it's possible. And that was very rewarding, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you are talking about the last battle of the tutorial with
No, it was not the
oh,
last battle of the tutorial. The last battle of the tutorial, you can simply pass him. I sent some cannon fodder towards
yeah,
him, so he was he had to fight against them, and with my other guys, I simply
yeah.
ran around and reached the goal. That no, it was a fight somewhere in the game. Yeah. But yes, that was also really good in that tutorial. This mission, it was a tutorial, and then I really had to. Oh no, I activated another one. I didn't want to do that. I really thought, well, how can I fight against him? And then I realized, no, I can pass him just by sending some cannon fodder towards him. That was quite good.
Yeah, in terms of game design, it wasn't. It was a hard decision to make because we made a battle that is really hard to win.
Yeah,
But if you lose, there is no consequences in the game.
yeah,
But at the start of the game, it's really hard to tell the player you have to lose to continue.
yeah,
But we want to tell the player you are not here and you are the game will be not easy
yeah,
at the start, and it's not something we generally do in game development. Generally, the beginning of the game is easy, and the player learns something, and it's getting harder battle after battle.
yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's like I said, it's so rewarding. First of all, you will lose, maybe, but then you're getting better and better. One question, what I forgot: are there different difficulties in that game? I forgot, or is that just one?
You can start the game on easy,
Yeah,
normal, and hard mode,
yeah.
and there are a lot of options you can customize to make the game easier or harder if you want.
Yeah, I don't know on which one. Usually, I do something like normal mode.
Okay.
I don't know which difficulty I have here. Okay, in the chat there is Snufford and Junko 1986. Yes, hi, nice to meet you guys here. In case you've missed that, we have a special guest today with Jeremy from Bulwark Studios.
Hi and welcome.
You guys are from France. Where exactly there?
In the southwest, in a town called Angoulême.
Okay.
It's near Bordeaux,
Oh,
if
okay.
you know.
Yeah. I have some almost relatives that are from the same direction, close to
Okay.
Bordeaux. Yeah, but I never been there before. The only place I visited was Paris.
Yeah.
That was the only place in France I visited. Okay, next thing he has. For that I need cognition points. Yeah, I have enough. And then we can attack him. And that's with this button. And bam! Oh, okay, we didn't analyze him. Now, no, we don't know. I should have hit him first with the gun and then attacked him. What next shall I do? Now that's opportunity. What is this? Your next weapon attacks cognition cost is reduced by 2 cognition points. Oh, that's very good.
Yes, it will be a nice combo with your weapon.
Yeah, next time, because I cannot move now, because otherwise he will hit me. Yeah, okay, this is as it is. That was my fault. Always have to think about there. Here is one guy. Sometimes other Necrons appear. That's very tricky, and I think it's a game design thing. Thank you, Jeremy, for surprising attacks by the Necrons when I thought I'm through the levels.
It's more a lore thing because Necrons are in sarcophagus and they are awakening, and there are millions. So we have to do that in the game.
Yeah, definitely. But it's a feeling like oh yes, I did it. I defeated 2 or 3 of these guys, and then suddenly there's an elevator, and 2 more appear, and then oh no, it was so hard.
Yeah.
Snufford was never. He's never been in France. Okay, I could. What is a good thing? No, I will stay here. I will be a little bit coward-like at the moment. I really like that turn-based strategy games. Because it is something when I'm coming home from work and I want to play a game, but I don't want to have some of that real-time action where behind every wall or corner is the next monster. Then I think these games are perfect. Because you can think about it's like some sort of a game of chess, you know.
Yeah, it's another thing we want to do with Warhammer because it's Warhammer. You want to shoot with a huge weapon, and you don't want to miss your target because you are using a solar atomizer or other weapon, big weapon, and it's not like other game where you just use a pistol and you have 50% of chance to eat. Now here you just use a weapon and it's eating the target.
Yeah. So you can see I'm really close here and all that depth of field effect. So there are a lot of details in there. Great. Maybe I'm not sure, but maybe I will buy the Nintendo Switch OLED because I'm
Oh, yeah.
playing maybe 99% of the Nintendo Switch games in handheld mode. Um,
Yeah.
I think especially for that, this game can become really, really nice. It's an upgrade, that bigger monitor. Do you have a Nintendo Switch at home?
Yes, I didn't play so much,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I liked. I did uh, Octopath Traveler,
Oh
if you
yeah,
know.
yes for sure. Yeah, it had a great design.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that. I'm old school guy. Speaking of gaming,
yeah.
so it remind me a lot of memories.
Oh, if you are an old school guy, last week on the Nintendo Direct, they revealed ActRaiser, the remake. Do you know ActRaiser from the Super Nintendo, from NX, I think?
I saw the Nintendo Direct, but I don't know the game.
So when this was announced, I was really like, "Oh my god, that was awesome!" Because it is a game of my youth. ActRaiser, it was so amazing. It's an absolutely underrated game on the Super Nintendo, but all the people say it's one of the best Super Nintendo games ever. And I think 3 years ago, I played it again on the Super Nintendo, and I was just like, yeah, it's still a pretty good game. And now they revealed the remake,
Yeah.
ActRaiser Renaissance, and it was a shadow drop. So after the direct, you could buy it, and yeah, I did, and I didn't regret. It's really fine. Okay. So let's move further. Here's some Necron guy. How far? I think I do not have that weapons that will have a great range like this. And oh, maybe that was a mistake. I will do this one next. Because I have enough cognition points, so I can maybe move to this spot, and hopefully this weapon is good enough. No. What is this? Okay. No, that was not too bad. So maybe now move over towards him, attack this guy. Get the cognition points. You guys, at the moment, I'm very lucky that you're here in the stream, because you guys are actually working on a new game, another science fiction game called
Yeah.
Ixion, and it is something like our space-based Utopia, but only it is more realistic, way more realistic. Can you tell us a little bit about the process or the game as itself?
Yeah, it's a management game
Yeah,
where you have to find a new home for humanity,
yeah,
and you will face some difficulties during your travel. And we want to, with this game, we want to tell a deep story and entertain the gamer with this story,
mm-hmm.
and propose to the player many events or situations he have to deal with the resources he have at that time. So he had um, to find resources, build things to keep his crew alive,
Yeah.
because the player will control a spaceship.
Um, yeah, I saw some sort of a trailer where the people could see where the moon exploded. Is that a
Yeah.
part of that scenario?
Yeah, it's only the beginning
Yeah.
where the main engine uh, is not working well, so
Yeah.
it just explode the moon because the spaceship was just near the moon, and this is the end of the first part of the game,
Oh yeah.
and just after that, the survival part will begin.
Oh, okay. So I've read a few things. What would happen if our moon would disappear? And I had to stop reading that because it frightens me a little bit.
Yeah, I know our scenarist build a huge how to say that universe,
Mm-hmm.
and the game will tell many things, but not directly. You have to find some storytelling, but if you want all the things, you have to search in the game directly.
Yeah. Yeah, the moon is a very important thing. Much more than just a stone circling around us. Um, yeah, and that scene, it still it burned in my head. That scene in that trailer, and then I immediately had to check what would be the
Yeah,
consequences, and that the Earth starts turning faster. At one point, the day will only be, I think, 8 hours long or so, and yeah, it's really really strange.
yeah, we had to find a cataclysm,
Yeah,
but we don't want to make the Earth explode or something like that. Like
yeah, yeah,
that, we
yeah.
just want a smaller things, but with a huge impact, but not telling directly the huge impact.
I know
And
what you mean. Yeah, yeah,
we can make a good image of the moon exploding.
yeah,
So we decide to keep that.
yeah. Definitely that worked in that case for me.
Yeah.
Um, Sometimes I'm asking my guests, do you see that documentary series Alien Worlds on Netflix?
I didn't saw that.
So this is very interesting because in that series, it's like a documentary, and there are a lot of scientists, and they are they're creating a planet. They say, okay, we have a planet. Just imagine a planet. It is that big. It is that far away from its star. That atmosphere. They're really creating a planet in your imagination, and then the scenery shows you that planet, and they made it in almost perfect CGI. It looks like maybe not triple A movies, but at least double A movies. It looks really good. And then you can see the life on this planet, but it's not just like wasting your time of that nerd talkings. They're also going back to Earth and telling you why they think that things will happen on these planets. Like, why are some creatures looking different or only hunting in the shade or something like that? You know what I mean? So from these experiences they gathered on our planet, they doing this simulation with other planets. What could be and how would life be on these planets? And that's very interesting.
Yeah, you sell me the documentary.
Yeah, yeah. So first I thought, well, maybe this is wasting my time a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it is not a true documentary, or it's. But then, yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it's this kind of documentary doesn't tell you how it's working now, but it can teach you how things are working by
Yeah,
itself,
yeah,
like the nature or other thing.
that's right. Yeah. And unlocked. Okay. Can I? What is this? Add +2 to HP max. Great. Okay. Let's. No, next upgrade. I still have chance to upgrade +4 range for ranged weapons. I do not have that ranged weapons, I think. Oh, generate 1 cognition point at the beginning of the unit's turn. Oh, that's pretty helpful, I think. Skill unlock generation, yeah.
Another things to do when porting a game on console,
Yeah,
especially on Switch, and it's the same thing on Xbox and PS4.
yeah.
We had to scale up the text, the size of the text, because you can play the game like 2 meters of the TV, so the text has to be scaled up.
I understand, yeah. Easy. Okay, we can use this one.
And it's like a nightmare to do.
It's a Oh no. It's supposed to be fun creating these games, and now you're telling me it's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare to do the right thing,
Yes, I know.
because you try something, it's not working. You try another thing, it's not working until it's working.
Yes, and
And
especially these games today are so huge. It is not just running from left to right until the end of the level. It is so much more. Okay, now I'm back. So now move to this spot here. Oh, Skyvola. She always wants to research, I think. This chamber is the site of a skirmish between a unit of Skitari and the Necron destroyers. A few corpses, badly mauled by gas fire, lie around a rightly erected flag with barricade. Examine the... Okay, procure. Search the fallen for useful supplies. Say a prayer for the fallen. No, that's not my way. Examine the marks of weapon fire. Oh, yes, I would do that. So weird characters in that Warhammer 40k universe.
Yeah, in this game we have 6 main characters,
Mm-hmm.
and each one have their own personalities, their own way of speaking, and this is where this was well received by the fan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I like sometimes I'm reading the dialogues here with different voices,
Yeah.
and that makes a lot of fun. Um, and because there's a difference, one of them they're just military, and the other one is no research, and that's really good. Search the pictograph. Oh no, this area of the tomb of Acropis is covered in hieroglyphics in displays with the Necron construct, most often engaged in war. Some of the images read some of the Necron with their distinctive. Sometimes this game or this atmosphere reminds me of that movie Prometheus,
Oh yes.
that alien movie. So it's almost that thing where you have to discover these ancient stuff, these ancient tombs, and you don't know what that really means. But it's so exciting, but also very, yeah, really threatening.
Prometheus and Necrons are not similar, but in the design, there are many things uh, that are the same, like
Yeah.
the writing symbols or the darkness of the structures.
Okay, next step. Okay, request. So, and don't forget, you can get Warhammer 40k Mechanicus on Steam, for example. At the moment, you can get the complete collection for a discount of 15%. That sounds like a good deal. It's a complete collection. That's pretty good. You also will get the soundtrack, I think, which is amazing as well. And what I enjoyed is the art book, and that was the point where one of the points I prefer the tablet version of this game is because it feels more natural to me, looking at this art book on a tablet, you know. So there's also Warhammer 40k Mechanicus on the Nintendo Switch. This is the version we are playing right now here. There's also a discount, €15.99 at the moment. I think until 5th of October you have the time to get this nice piece of software. Okay, the court finds a sarcophagus containing a Necron destroyer. Oh, that seems inert. It may have malfunctioned and failed to respond to the tomb's awakening protocols. Mark. Units retrieve what they can. Open the sarcophagus.
example, Ben Kunter, so the scenarist of the game,
Yeah.
wrote many events like that. There are like 100 of them. He did a great job working on the different missions. There are like 70 missions in the game.
Ooh, that's a lot.
With all of them with 3 or 4 events. So there are many texts on the game.
Yeah, and that is what I've said. It has this tabletop character. There is like you can see it here. It's the few of these tech priests. They're on board of that ship and maneuvering their pawns around, but they do not know what they will find in the next room. They just have these rooms displayed here. But
yes, I did a talk in French speaking about that, about the procedural generation of the game, like the dungeon, like you showed us, and many things are procedural in this game.
Yep.
The loot after the mission, the enemies in battle, and I'll talk about that.
Okay, now I think I have a problem. This guy here.
Good luck.
Good luck, yeah, thanks. Yeah, sometimes I have guests here with me in the studio, and then I will let them play the games, and I can lean back and just chat with the people. But today it's work for me.
It's like the hardest battle in the game.
Destroy the target. Okay. Oi, 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 oi. Do I need... Yes. Okay, 2 of them. And start battle. Yes, for sure. There are some more coming.
Welcome.
Welcome.
If I can ask you an advice, don't get hit by the big unit. Summon servitors between you and him to get hit, because his weapon is really powerful.
I think that was that fight I told you before.
Okay.
That I made in, I think, 3rd attempt or so. But it's so long ago. How didn't I? I thought I hit the wrong button. Okay. I know.
This unit, the boss in this battle is like a unit you will encounter in the middle of the game, and we put one at the beginning of the game to show the player this will be hard.
Yeah. I wanted to get more cannon fodder, but I hit the wrong button, so that was a huge mistake here at the beginning. Oh no, that's not... And I don't have range weapons. Last time I played it on the Xbox, I had a range weapons. I have to think about how I can manage that one. Do we have information about him? No. Okay, 18 points, 18 health points he has. Okay, let's see. Okay, now. Servitor. Deploy.
I don't hear the music on my side, but our composer has done a great job.
Oh yes.
There weren't many references about music, about Necrons and Mechanicus, so he had to work with the existing lore and make and how to say that retranscribe the mood of the race inside the music.
The soundtrack is... Oh no, we can shoot right here. I thought I'm safe here at that spot. Yes, the soundtrack is amazing, and you can also go to the main menu and listen to the soundtrack, to all the tracks. What was the name? Guillaume
David.
Guillaume David, yeah. Do you know what else he done? What else he composed? Or was that his first video game, or is he doing some?
he composed some music for other video games, but I don't really know.
Okay.
But it worked on it worked on the Ixion game.
I've heard some scores of that soundtrack as well when we had the in-house presentation.
Yeah,
And that sound really good, really
he
moody.
did on the trailer and some soundtracks in the game, not shown now, but
Yeah,
he's working very well on Ixion too.
very good. So I can imagine how good this one, the Ixion one, will be. The soundtrack is so important.
Yeah.
Because those games, they're coming closer and closer to movies. You have to create a lore, dialogues, characters, and especially some voice actings and soundtrack are very, very important things these
He
days.
also did the sound effects of Mechanicus,
Oh, okay.
like all the weapons, all the click on the interfaces.
Yeah. Okay, that was not very. That didn't work out very well. Yes, I've won this fight once, but maybe not this time. But that's.
And like I said, if you're not winning this fight,
Yeah.
it will not impact the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a problem. But now I want it. So eat this, my friend. Plus acid.
Nice.
Okay, let's okay, there is this other Necron maybe attempting from the other side. Let's spend that cognition point. I do not have a melee weapon for him right now. Not very satisfied with my crew here. Oh no, come on. Another one.
And welcome again.
Welcome again. And there are these scarabs as well, I see. Yes, fine. Yes, but now it's my turn. Eat this. 1 damage. Come on. Okay. Then now I can. No, not this button. That one. Canticle of Life. So I cannot gain more cognition points yet. No, that's not very good. Let's see what happens here. First of all, gain some more cognition.
On a side note, 5 or 6 months before the game was released on PC,
Yeah.
The player could control all of his character at the same time, like not at the same time, but instead of playing one character, then another one, then another one, he could move or hit with all of these characters, and then the enemy could play all of these characters. It was like XCOM, if
I
you
understand. Yeah,
play
yeah.
XCOM.
Yeah,
And then we have some issues with balancing and the game design. So we try to use a timeline
yeah,
like that, and it's working better because one tech priest can do many things, and at the beginning of the game it's not a problem, but at the end of the game,
yeah.
when you have 4 or 5 tech priests with 10 skills, playing them in one turn, you could kill all the enemies without difficulties.
I understand. Yeah.
So, so we switch with the timeline to fix the issues, and it's
Yes.
working well.
Okay. Well, I think yes. That definitely makes sense. Yeah. So let's see. What do I have here? Your next weapon attack acquisition cost is reduced. Okay, no, this is not what I want. So let's go ahead, attack him with a melee, and eat this. Critical. Awesome. Kill all enemies. Oh,
Yes.
oh no, come on, why can't they just flee, you know? Now is the question. I would love to kill that Scarabs. But I cannot do anything. I do not have a weapon here right now. Oh. Let's move close to him, maybe. And yeah, let's focus on that guy. No target available. What? Then I will move to this spot. Trying to hit him here. Bam. With acid.
Oh, and don't forget the canticles. You can use them with
Yeah.
the pads. Yeah, it can help you finishing a guy, and you can unlock many of them during the game.
Yeah, I had some nice ones. Repaired? Oh no, that was not what I suppose. I thought this was my weapon. It's not good playing the same game on different platforms. Just thought this was a different kind of weapon. We beat the big one, but now it's not over yet. Okay, with the opportunity. Oh, that was pretty helpful. Oh, critical. Come on. Okay, now we can. To this spot. No, first I'll get a cognition point. Always helps. Move move to... Oh no, opportunity. Forgot. Was not so smart. Absorbed. Very good. And now eat this, my friend. That was it. For you. With you. Okay. So I think when Ixion is ready to show, we will do a stream with this game. I'm looking really forward to that. So maybe I will contact you guys if you're...
yes, no problem.
that would be awesome as well. So usually I told you that I'm streaming with Christian from the Casino guys, which is always a lot of fun. And he's very, very deep in the lore of Warhammer 40k. That's really impressive.
Yeah, we worked with him for Mechanicus too, so... Okay,
second now. Forever. Yeah, let's move to this spot. I do not have any canticles left. That's pretty unfortunate, but restore 1 HP. Give me the unit. Okay, these are my passive. Yeah, my passive abilities. Okay, that's very good. Yeah, I think I can. I don't know. No. 3 damage. Oh, come on. So I have to attack him. What is this? Your next cognition points can be reduced by 2 cognition points. Let's move ahead. Do you have a favorite game at the moment you're playing?
I'm playing... it's not really a video games, but yes, it's Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm playing some Magic the Gathering at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The last game I played was Disco Elysium, if you know about.
Disco Elysium, yes, I know. I haven't played it, but I heard a lot of good things about that game, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a huge role-playing game based on the narration and the story.
Okay.
And depending on what, where are your skill points are, you can say many different things or interact with things differently. And the story will be the same, but in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
The story is really deep, and I like that.
Yes, I'm also looking forward to play this game at one point. Oh no, lost one of these guys. Now it's getting...
And there is also a version on Switch.
Yes,
if I remember well.
It's pretty new, I think.
Yeah.
It was released just, I think, 2 weeks or so ago.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that will be one of my next games. But at the moment I have so many games to play, but not that much time because of the family, you know, and then you don't have that many slots and to play these games, and that's the reason I like these Calypso live streams, because this is the time where I can play games, you know.
Yeah, you can try some games and and just take a good time.
Yeah. And yes, and on Friday we will have another Warhammer 40k Mechanicus stream, but in German language then. And on Sunday we will be part of the Steam Next Fest with Disciples Liberation, together with Freema Studio, the developer.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty cool. We had one with Eric. He's the game designer of Disciples Liberation. That was really fun, but it was also pretty hard because the expectations are really high and people love the second one, and they have a lot of romantic feelings about this game, and they say, oh no, the new game doesn't look like the old one. You know that problems, and I can definitely understand that. But we were not hiding behind that, and there were a lot of uncomfortable questions, but we faced all of them, talked to the people, and we had a lot of good critics from closed beta players, and we had 50% that never played Disciples before, and 50% that are played the previous games, and we had some really good critics. So I think we can be pretty confident. For sure, this won't be a Disciples 2, you know. But I compare it to my past when I played Final Fantasy VII, and everything my whole day turned around this game. And later when Final Fantasy VIII came out, so I was not so excited. It was not like Final Fantasy VII, but it was not the problem of the game. The problem was on me as the gamer. It was not a bad game, but it was not my thing, and I still keep that romantic feeling of that time playing Final Fantasy VII. But would I really play this game again in these days? I'm not so sure.
As a game designer, when you make a remake or another version of a game, it's really hard to keep the mood of the first game, and modernize the game to the new public, the new gamers. It's really, really hard.
Yeah, it's definitely really hard because they have their romantic feelings, and I can understand them in a way, but sometimes it's a little too harsh. I think there are so many people that haven't played this game, and I never judge a game just when I saw a gameplay trailer or so. I can say, okay, the art style is not my thing, so that doesn't catch me at this point, but maybe give it a try, and surprisingly then maybe you can have the time of your life with that game, and there is no need to rant about some games you haven't played yet, you know. There's no one here who wants to harm the gamers.
Yeah.
Maybe that people that develop Agony. Do you know that game? Have you heard
No.
Agony is, I think, I have a lot of respect for these guys, because Agony, it's really the name of the game, and it seems like the feel of the game is also Agony. I think they planned it to be a pain like that, so it's not a shame to say that. But I think they really try to hurt the player. You know,
it's something we do in game design. One of the first questions we ask us is what I want the player feel when he is playing the game, and if do we want to fear the player or enjoy the player or just have fun without thinking of anything else, or
Yeah.
like Mechanicus, do we want to challenge the player to make small decisions?
Yeah.
And for them, it was just make a thing that will frustrate the gamers and just do that for all the game.
In the chat, Raziel, just tell him Raziel told his disciples is amazing and is pretty damn good too. Thanks a lot. Raziel, do you know, Jeremy, do you know that game character, Raziel?
No.
It is from the Legacy of Kain series, which was quite popular, maybe in the end of the 90s. Until I think the last game appeared in 2003. I think so.
Legacy of Kain.
Legacy of Kain, yes, it was action adventure style. The first one was a top-down adventure. It was very tough, very brutal, very dark, exciting story, and then they continued. I think it was Eidos, Crystal Dynamics combination that created this one. And it had a very deep fantasy story, but they didn't, or they couldn't continue it. So the fans were left with a cliffhanger. Yeah, and that was really hard.
Yes.
And I used to be a huge fan of that series, and even today, it still hurts, you know.
Yeah, maybe one day. Like Baldur's Gate.
Yes, but they tried to do some sort of they wanted to create another one, and they showed gameplay scenes. Was called Dark Sun, I think, Legacy of Kain Dark Sun. But it was different. It did not continue that storyline, and that was strange. And so a lot of people said, no, we don't need such a game. We need to have the story completed, and then they canceled it. So you can find some stuff about that on the internet. It's really strange. I don't know. Yeah, the first one was by Silicon Knights, and then Crystal Dynamics made the Soul Reaver. Yes, that's right. Thanks, Rosiel. Yeah, but I think that was their failure because they wanted to tell a too big story, and they had, I think there were 5 games from, I think, 1996 to 2003 or so, and that was too much. I think you cannot get new fans, because at this time in 2003, ask a 15-year-old guy or so, because it was really deep connected. There were some secrets you could find out in the last game that were connected to the very, very first game from 1996 or so. And then trying to bring a 15 or 16-year-old guy the first game, which was a top-down game, the graphics in 1996, they were amazing, but at this point you had some nice 3D graphics, and he would say, well, why shall I play this old game, you know?
Yeah.
And
that's why I said it's really hard to make a game, a sequel, or things like that, because you have to make a game which the fan will like, and the new player will like too.
That's right. And if you are doing too many of these games, then you will lose, or you will miss the opportunity to get new players involved in that story. I think that was the biggest problem of that series. But okay, at the moment really in trouble. These scarabs. Hopefully. Okay, vanished. Really good. Now I can heal myself. That is very good. The next step. Getting back 2 health points. You had to play them all for sure. The lore is so deep. Yes, the Legacy of Kain series. Yeah, that's right. It's a very good one, but okay. But there are so many Warhammer 40k games. And this is... Yeah, it got really good critics, Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. And I once had a stream and I posted here my disguise on Instagram, and there were a couple of people just, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is that? And Mechanicus was in the background, and so yeah, I'm streaming for Casido's Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. What? That's awesome! And they really enjoyed it, and that was really nice, and that showed me, yes, this is really a good game and very well accepted by all of the in the community, especially.
Yeah, we have good comments on Steam.
Yeah.
I remember at the release on PC, we were at like 95% of thumbs up.
Oh, okay.
It was like incredible.
Cool. Yeah,
and now I think we are near 90% of thumbs up.
Amazing. Yeah, and I can't imagine that feeling. You put a lot of work in that, especially the ports and all that stuff, and with such a strong IP, with a large community, and then you can look back at this game and say, yes, we made it. That's yeah, cool. Well, I feel that with 40k there is so much lore to pull from so many different facets of the universe that you can make so many games and not worry about sequels. Yes, but you have to find the right tone also. This game, what do you think for someone who is not so into Warhammer 40k, and it's really intimidating, that whole universe, for people that are new in it? Do you think this game is really made for people? They can have their first steps into that universe.
We tried to do that, but it was really hard because the Mechanicus is not the most famous faction in Warhammer 40k, but it was a faction we liked because they have the tech priest, and the customization of the tech priest can bring many things in the game, and there are also scientists. And personally, at the studio, we like the exploration, the unknown, and the fact that the player can control characters with the objective of finding new things, researching new things. We like that, and the lore is really hard for a new player to get in Warhammer 40k with that game, because we are talking about specific things directly, so it's really hard for this game to get new fans of Warhammer. It's not impossible, but it's hard, yes.
How was it to work with here What is the company behind Workshop? No.
Workshop.
Games
Games
Workshop.
Workshop.
Games Workshop.
Yeah.
Yes, always forget that. Did you have to send the story
Yeah.
to them
It
that they say, well, yeah, it's okay or not?
Yeah. We had a full process with them. Everything we want to put in the game has to be validated with Games Workshop,
Yeah.
like the models, the story, the animation, the gameplay, and because they want to keep uh, control of what the IP is, and
Yeah, I can
it's
understand. Yeah.
understandable. If we are making a Star Wars game, we have the game to be a Star Wars game,
Yes, for sure.
and the same for Warhammer. And it's a nice thing because it keeps us behind constraints,
Hmm.
so we don't have to think about many things we can do. We have to be uh, to reference us with
Hmm.
the existing books, the existing rules, with the figurines, etc.
Yeah. But
And that's why it was a great experience to work with that IP.
I can understand. Yes. So I've read a lot about that process of the that Star Wars when you mentioned Star Wars of that Jedi Fallen Order game,
Yeah.
where I think the creative director was his name Asmussen, Stick Asmussen, and which problems he had to face with all that Star Wars lore, and they didn't want to have a Jedi game, and
Yeah.
he made it possible. I think it's very hard, especially to work on on a Star Wars game. Although they did that, have you heard of Star Wars Visions on Disney Plus? This anthology series.
No.
So they had I think how many 7 or 9 Japanese studios, and they could do their own animated Star Wars short movie. And as so far I've heard, they could do whatever they wanted. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, and it was not chained to the actual lore or what happened in episode 4 or 6 or 7 or so. They could do whatever they want, and there are how many episodes were there? I think 7 or 9, maybe something like that. And I watched them during the weekend, and I think that was a pretty good decision.
Yes, it can bring many good ideas
Yeah.
to the IP, I think.
Okay, several Necron skulls are carved into the walls of this chamber, all arranged looking at a central pedestal holding up a globe. Examine faces. Check the globe in the center of the room. It may be of significance. No. Move quickly through the chamber without paying its grotesque. Yes. Oh, come on. So next time I have to make a better decision. Move. Yeah, I lost the last fight. It was pretty close.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to beat that the big one at the beginning. But okay, it's possible. You can see, guys out there. Yes, and just forgot to mention, on Steam there is a 15% discount for Warhammer 40k Mechanicus Complete Collection. And on Nintendo Switch at the moment there is a sale, €15.99 for this game, and actually I'm playing it here on the Nintendo Switch. And check out, if you are searching for a nice game on your mobile device, I mean the tablets, then check this game out. It's also available on iPad and Android devices, the tablets, and this is my favorite version of this game. Surprisingly, because I'm definitely not a tablet or mobile gamer.
In the past, we worked also with Calypso Media, and we make Crown Takers, and it's also a tactical game.
Oh, okay. Haven't
So
played
it
that.
wasn't our first experience in the tactical genre,
Ah, okay.
and it was a great game, especially on tablets too.
I have to check out that one. Haven't played it.
It was like a tactical game with hexagon.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there are some games I haven't discovered here yet. And yeah, at the moment everyone is so excited about Disciples, so we're doing a lot of streams with this game. But this week we had 2 slots, and I said, why not? This game is on sale here on the Nintendo Switch. Let's play it. And it was really nice that you guys from Bulwark Studios had the time to join me there.
Yeah.
Although it was so short-termed. Okay, the explosive charge is put in place, but minuscule Necron scarab constructs emerge from apertures in the wall, evidently intent on devouring the explosives before they can go off. Block the aperture. Yeah, that sounds good. Destroy the scarabs before setting explosives. Yeah, bug extermination. Okay, that was not so bad. Okay, now we're heading towards a new fight, and yeah, we almost have half an hour left. So
I just watched my playing time on Steam for Warhammer Mechanicus. It's 610 hours.
I think, I don't know. Yes, maybe with Final Fantasy 7 back in the days, I could match these numbers. No, I'm not sure.
And in these 600 hours, I didn't finish the game.
Oh, okay. That's, yeah, you mentioned that. So what have you done wrong?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm watching you to know.
I think the most time I spent in a game, I think, was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm close to 200 hours yet. Yeah.
And you finished it?
The main story and was it the Ireland DLC.
Okay.
And there is also a Paris DLC, which I haven't played yet. Because now I'm into Dark Souls at the moment.
Oh, the third one?
The first and the third. It depends in which room I am. In the living room, there is my Xbox Series S with the third one. And in my gaming corner, there is the first one on the Xbox One S. And I really like them.
Oh, nice. I didn't play the Dark Souls, but I'm the kind of person that watch other persons playing the game, like on Twitch.
Twitch, yes.
And it's like I'm playing it, but without playing it.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
I just like it.
Yeah, sometimes it's a very good experience. These Let's Play things I had. For example, the Resident Evil 2 remake, it was too hard for me. I'm honest, it was too hard for me to play it. My heart started beating, and this was an amazing experience. They did an amazing job with that, but I cannot play it. It's too hard. And so
Yeah.
I watched other people playing it. And yeah, sometimes it's really good if they are entertaining and nice and there is a good community. One friend.
Additionally, you can discover, I can discover many games without buying it
Yeah,
and without playing it. And I just saw how the game is working, so I can analyze the things,
yes,
why they are doing this that way instead of that way, etc.
yeah, it's good. And a friend of mine, he is a German influencer, and he's doing a lot of Ubisoft stuff, and they sent Ubisoft sent him to England, preview playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla and so on, and that's very interesting because sometimes I can see stuff long before they announce it, and that's very interesting. Yeah. I think this is not my mission here with all that scarabs. Oh, Raziel is very impressed about these 610 hours.
It was mainly testing hours,
Yeah.
not not a real one.
I can't imagine if you can just go home and say, yes, I will play Warhammer Mechanicus or another game you were part of just in your free time, you know? Because it's like bringing work with you home, so
I just can't do that with Mechanicus because I just know what the enemies will do in their turn because I code them, so I know how to play very well in the game. So I just don't want to play it because the game is easy for me and I
yes,
didn't discover things.
yeah, I understand that. Yeah, yeah. I talked to several developers, and they said yes, okay, it doesn't make that sense. Always trying to speed run some
Yeah.
levels.
I think it's depending on the randomness of the game
Yeah.
or the multiplayer part of the game. Like if I worked on StarCraft 2, for example,
Oh, okay.
maybe I will play it at home. And because StarCraft 2 is a big team working on, I will just have to work on the little things.
Yeah.
But for Mechanicus, I just code like every system in the game, so I just know the game. So
StarCraft, it's a very tough game, I've heard.
yeah,
So many games to play, so little time.
I played a lot of multiplayer games like StarCraft 2, League of Legends,
Yeah.
and before that, Guild Wars 1.
So multiplayer games never were my type of game. What I wanted to play, because I like it sitting down enjoying a game like a good movie or a TV series, but being a very important part of the story by my own, can connect and all that, and I don't want to be that competitive in my free time, you know.
Yeah,
I can understand why people really enjoy that, really like that, but for me, no. I just want to relax and not being competitive.
yeah. What I like is not the competitive part, but the social part where
Okay.
you have to meet your friends and just playing a game, talking about strategies
Yeah.
and tactics, and that's what I liked.
Yeah,
This kind of.
yeah, I can understand. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's move to that spot and bam. Oh, come on. He isn't finished yet. So 14, no. 2 damage, yes, that's okay. Check out the cat. Oh no, come on.
And welcome again.
I wanted to have a nice chilling stream, but then this game came along, proving me. So I have to check my canticles. The next physical attack will deal 3 physical, 3 cognition points. First of all, let's use this one for him. And now these scarabs. I hope I can get rid of them. Yes. Okay. That's very important. Maybe hide the spot. And the canticle, next physical attack, gain 3 cognition points. Bam. Full. Opportunity, that's good. What have I done? Oh no, that was completely my bad. When you lose concentration, that's... and he can walk so far. Okay. Definitely need a better weapon. Let's... new round. Oh, I have to kill him. And now... cognition. No. That was... What else do I have? Your next weapon attacks cognition cost is reduced by 2. That's good. I'll use that. Now it's their turn. Critical. Oh, come on. Life is an appearance is unexpected. Possible attack from this teleportation, warp travel unknown.
I don't know how much servitors you have.
Only 1.
Only 1 left. Okay. It will be hard for this battle.
Oh, come on. Place this one right here. And who is... Okay, this is the tech priest there. Charged. Critical. Very, very well. So now move to that spot. What canticle do I have? Maybe use that for the other one.
Is it the first Warhammer game you played?
Sorry, the first?
The first Warhammer game you played?
No. I played Space Marines.
Space Marines, okay.
That one, which is something like a Gears of War clone.
Yeah.
It was on the Xbox 360. And I thought this is a game. I thought it's easy to get in there because it was more action, and
Yes.
You could easier connect to the Space Marines because they were more human-like as these guys. Yes, and I kind of liked it. Yes, I also downloaded on the iPad, I think, Crusade. Crusade, is that the right name? Warhammer 40K
Yes.
Crusade, yes. But I haven't played it yet. But I'm really interested in. But I told you it's really intimidating, that whole story and lore. But that former intern gave me that tip with which audiobooks I should start, and maybe I have to check out which platform I can get it.
Yes, as Raziel said, there is many things in this universe.
Yeah.
So if you want to enter in the Warhammer 40K lore, you can start with many things.
Yeah.
There is a lot of faction, a lot of war.
Especially there are so many books. This intern told me that there was one guy and he won all the books from Warhammer 40K, and they came along with a huge transporter, and yeah, there was really a lot of stuff to read for him. So Candical using this one, and then attack him. What? It's pretty unfortunate, everything. Today I'm not very lucky. Or very good, I think. Maybe that. Please, no more entries. Okay, that's good.
It was the last unit, yes.
Thanks, Jeremy. Oh no.
Sorry, I can't edit the game in live.
Oh, opportunity, yes, I know, but I cannot attack you. Oh. They have me. So use that one first. Gain back 2 health points. Then strike this guy. Oh.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, yes. That was good. So now I can move and maybe hide there. Ah, no, I think he can maybe... let's use... reveal stats of this guy here. 5 health points. Okay. I'm not down yet.
Never surrender.
Never. Okay. Can get rid of him first. Really good. Yeah, they're pretty good. Now I cannot pass him. Everest. They're so clever. I hate that if the AI is so clever. Okay. No canticles, nothing left. And now the big guy. Oh! Yes, that's what they told me, that he can teleport. Okay. Yes, that's very good. Stay there. Nothing left. Can I make this fight? No, I will not. I think I have to train a little bit until Friday. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I think you can equip more than one weapon on the tech priest.
Yes, definitely. I don't know what I have done so far. This was not the beginning of the game. I think I tried a few things out because I mainly played it on the Xbox One and on the iPad, and on the other consoles I had one melee and one range attack, and I felt more comfortable, and I unlocked some more features at this point. Maybe it is not the right skill for me. Here on the Nintendo Switch. Maybe I have to start it again and play my own style. Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a learning curve. But I think we can just go into the main menu, show the rest of the people here a few pages from the art book, and then we are done with a not so strong performance by me, but a lot of great information from you, Jeremy, giving us some in-depth about the production of this game. That's really worth it. You can also watch this stream as VOD here on Calypso Live. The next energy attack will deal +3 energy damage. Okay, oh, more canticles unlocked. So, here are the difficulty settings, yes. Here you can see I'm normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's the difficulty settings I told about earlier.
Yeah, that's right. I thought this one would be the... Yeah.
Hardcore gamers try to do the game only with melee weapons and just push the difficulties to the maximum
Yeah.
and just beat the game with that.
Oh
It
no.
was it was good for us to know that.
Yeah, for sure. But
At
no,
the
this
release,
is.
there weren't difficulty settings, and many gamers asked us to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that, and we put the maximum amount of parameters in that options, so they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, but this is also not that the way. Yes, I cannot play that way because, as I mentioned, I have a family, so you do not have that many slots of gaming time. So when I have the chance to play, I need a certain amount of difficulty, but the progress, I need some progress, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and here we are in the art book. You also have this on the tablet version as well, but here on the Nintendo Switch it's also very easy to go through that. You can also zoom in if the writing is too small. You can zoom in, reading all that introduction.
Yes, it's a huge art book, like 200 pages. I want to have a physical one if possible,
Yeah,
maybe one day, because it's really good.
yeah, it's really good. That
It shows, yes, the development of the game, how we will represent tech priest in the game.
yeah,
So we have to make some drawing, and then the portrait, and then there are 3D models.
amazing. Yeah, that's worth it. As I mentioned, 15 euros and 99 cents on the Nintendo eShop, and on Steam you will get a 15% discount on the Warhammer 40k Mechanicus Complete Collection. So that was it for today. Jeremy, thanks for joining me here.
Thanks for the invitation. Yes.
No, I know how precious your time is because working on Ixion is another large project, and I think we will definitely show it here at Calypso Live when it's ready.
Yeah.
And
With
yes,
pleasure.
thanks to the viewers. On Friday there is another Warhammer Mechanicus 40k Mechanicus stream on the Nintendo Switch in German language, and on Sunday there is from 8 p.m. We are joining the Steam Next Fest with Disciples Liberation with Freema Studio in the stream. Another exciting guest. Good night and until next time. Bye.
See you soon.